Singapura is stolen land. As discussed in my previous videos, given that the original agreement was merely to allow the British to set up a trading post in the southern coast for an annual rent, the British did not have the right of sovereignty. However, it did not stop Raffles from manipulating and extending his authority. He ignored Sultan Hussein and all the Malay leaders' authority. As resident, Farquhar recognized that Singapore was still owned by the Malays. For Farquhar, the disposal of the land was vested in the native chiefs, that the government of the country was native, and the port a native port. Raffles looked down on the Malays and did not like Farquhar trying to be fair. As a result, Raffles removed Farquhar in 1823 and replaced him with John Crawford. Crawford used manipulation and deception to gain Singapore in 1824. He attempted to get the Sultan to cede Singapore to the British. The Sultan refused. Due to the pressures and threats, the Sultan preferred to leave Singapore rather than sign the agreement. John Crawford then lied to the Sultan and Temenggung. He claimed that the British government did not agree to the convention signed in 1823. As a result, payment will stop. However, even though they stopped paying rent, the British kept using Singapore. On top of stopping payment, they demanded for the Sultan and Temenggung to repay all the previous payment made. This meant that Sultan and Temenggung were in debt to the British. According to Wake, this threat was carried into effect on 1st June. All payments to the Rajas were stopped and the amounts due under the terms of the Treaty of 6 February 1819 were applied to the liquidation of their debts. John Crawford threatened to liquidate the Sultan's holdings to take back the payments made, even though the British had used the land they rented for the 4 preceding years. With the lies, pressures and threats to force him to repay the money or have his property sold to repay the rent that the British had paid, the Sultan had to finally sign the agreement. A contract signed under coercion, threat and deceit is void. Consent obtained through fear is not consent at all. That the British used our land since then means that they governed a stolen land. Singapore was not sold. Singapore was never ceded. It was stolen land, and a thief cannot give away what he stole.